So let me describe in detail what is mindset. Okay, there are a group of people, unfortunately, even in the insurance industry, whose mindset is always focused on things they cannot control. Right? They will always say things like, what to do? Nobody wants to buy from me. People ghost me. What to do? Our company's product is so lousy, not as good as another company's product. What to do? My agency manager is not motivational, not as motivational as Eugene Seah, not as motivational as another agency. I want to switch agency, but cannot. Right? So everything is cannot. Okay, I'm very sorry to be so direct and blunt, but such people will find it very challenging to influence other people because they cannot even influence themselves. Their brain is trapped by things they cannot control. Okay, those who know someone else, you don't have to name the person, please. It's very rude to name the person. But those who know someone else, maybe your family member, maybe in your team, maybe a client who has a mindset like this, please type 1. Okay, type the number 1. Right? If you don't know anybody who behaves like this, type the number 2. Okay, if you don't know anyone who behaves like this, type the number 2. If you know some people who behave like this, who think like this, always blaming the government, blaming COVID, blaming insurance products, blaming parents, blaming God, and constantly blaming weather, even like, oh, so hot, how to work, oh, the office is so far away, how to go, oh, people ghost me, what can I do? Then type 1. Looks like quite a number of you know people like that. Huh? Then there's a second group of people, right? This group of people, they believe that they can influence others, right? So they do their best, right? They reach out 2 times, 3 times. They try to use a different language. Maybe English doesn't work, Chinese would work. They try a different method. You know, if I invite you for a webinar, it doesn't work. Maybe invite you for a movie event, right? This is called I can influence. Okay, so who knows people like that? Type the letter A. Okay, type the letter A. If you know someone, including yourself, if you're someone like that, type the letter A. If your agency director is someone like that, type the letter A. If your parents or your siblings or your cousin is like that, type the letter A. People who believe, right? This is a matter of belief that I can influence, right? If the person ghosts me, maybe he's busy, so let me try a different method. I've seen these cases many times. This is my year 8 in coaching. I've coached hundreds of insurance advisors, and a lot of them, they just have to try a different method. Elaine, go ahead if you need to excuse yourself for a while, but remember to come back. Huh? So some of them try a different method. For example, some of them keep saying, I'm very busy, right? I cannot meet you for coffee. Then very simple. Don't meet for coffee, right? Just meet on Zoom. Right? Something I teach my clients to do, right? Insurance advisors is, hey, how about one of these weekday nights after your kids go to bed, around 9:30 p.m., we do a quick call or we do a quick Zoom, just 10 minutes, right? Let's tie up the loose ends. And more than half of them said, yeah, why not? Okay, let's do that. But if you insist on meeting people for coffee near their office or meeting up in your office, then you are banging your head on the wall. Then you cannot say, how come people don't want to meet you? It's because you're not resourceful, you're not creative. You don't know any alternative methods to meet people. During COVID, a lot of my clients doubled their sales. Right, before COVID, of course, all of us did normal things, road shows, canvassing, door knocking. But during COVID, all these things were not allowed to do. The only thing is phone call or Zoom. And a lot of my clients learn from me special scripts. Like, for example, right now, I just gave you a free script, right? No, I understand you're busy, so we don't have to meet up for lunch. How about after your kids go to bed, after dinner, we just have a short phone call, just 10 minutes. You know, which day of this week can you have a call? Whatever I just said is a very powerful script. Please write down, write down. Okay, I'm going to repeat one more time. Okay, I understand you're busy, so we don't have to meet for lunch. Okay, how about, and by the way, the way you say it matters also, right? When you say it with authority, with a lower pitch, with a slower pace, people will be influenced. But if you sound very high pitched, like, hey, sorry, sir, sorry, bother you. Okay, yeah, I know, you're so busy. How about one of the weekday nights? We call, I know. Yeah, your kids are still young, so sorry. Yeah, no obligation, no obligation. If you talk like that, nobody's going to say yes. Yeah, but if you speak like a CEO, you speak with authority, but still with respect, right? You're not arrogant. Arrogant will be like, come on lah, don't bluff me. You're busy. Are you sure? Even Bill Gates not busy. How can you be busy? Right? If you speak with arrogance, people will not say yes to you. But if you speak with authority and respect, those who understand and agree, can you please type the word respect? Type the word respect, either in a Q&A or in the Zoom chat. That means you speak with respect and with authority, and people will carve out 10 minutes for you. Okay, they need to sense from your voice that you are serious, you mean business. But if you sound just like any other salesperson, say, oh, sorry, no obligation, no problem if you're busy, then they will really say they're busy. Also, this is the second kind of mindset. I can influence. There's no guarantee, This is a little bit of a 60-40, right? There's a 60% chance people will say yes, and a 40% chance people will say no. Yeah, so that's the yellow. Now it's the green. There's a very, very tiny group of people, the top 1% of the world. They tell themselves that I can 100% control something. I repeat myself, I can 100% control something. And their mindset is such that there's no negative at all. There's no decline. There's no rejection. 100% I can control something. Okay, now let me invite you to share what is one thing that 100%, not 60-40, not 50-50, 100% you can control that will significantly increase people saying yes. Okay, what is that? And please don't tell me mindset, or don't keep repeating the same word. Share with me something more tangible, something concrete. People can see, people can hear, people can feel. What is something 100% you can control? Not 60-40, not 50-50, 100%. Please type that word in the, okay, Ina says yourself, something even more tangible, because yourself has too many things, right? There's head, there's hairstyle, there's your eyesight, there's your weight, your BMI, your suit, like whether I should wear pink or blue today. My mood, very good, Michelle, well done. My attitude, okay, attitude still somewhat sounds like mindset, right? Something more tangible. Yeah, Kira, very good. My dressing, right? Today, do I want to dress well, or do I want to dress like I'm going downstairs to the market? My smile, well done. Whether to, by the way, one of the most common mistakes for insurance advisors is that they smile all the time. Do you notice that throughout so far, I've chosen not to smile? Because a person who smiles too much, like, hey, sir, yeah, thank you for meeting me. I know you're so busy. Yeah, yes, this endowment plan looks very salesy. A person who smiles throughout the time looks very salesy and looks very junior. And those who agree, please put agree. A person who smiles throughout the whole meeting looks very salesy, looks very junior. Those who agree, put agree. Very good. Michelle, agree. Ina, agree. Zach agrees. And so please ask your friends, ask your director, ask your coach, right? If you become my client, I become your coach, then ask me, are you smiling too much? Likewise, if a person doesn't smile at all from beginning to end, then it's a definite no as well, right? Because people will think you're very arrogant, or maybe you don't want to meet me, then don't meet lah, right? You don't want to meet me, don't meet. No, don't force yourself. So it needs a right mix of smiling. So there's a lot of science to it. This is not art, this is science. Right? How how many percent of the meeting should you be smiling? How many percent of the meeting should you be listening? Right? There is a science to it. And that is what our coaching does. Right? Today, we can't really touch on it. It's too deep already. Yeah, but in a real coaching situation, then we can go deep into it. Well, look into your face. We'll do role play. Then I'll see, you're doing too much smiling, or you're doing too much asking question, not enough storytelling, or you're telling too many stories, not enough question. Right? So we will control. It's the engineering of influence. 100% control. How tight the screw should be. What is the logic flow of the programming in your Python languaging? What is the controllable part, right? It is not gut feel. It is not, let's experiment and see how, but there's a science to it. So this is called the mindset of influence. And those who embrace this, those who are willing to take action based on number one, the mindset, please type yes. Then I can go to module 2. Please type yes. You're not saying yes to me, by the way. You're saying yes to yourself. That you're willing to embrace the mindset of control. And then the second is mindset of influence. And then tell yourself, never ever go into the red zone where you have the mindset of, this one cannot control, that one cannot control. Then you might as well change career, right? Just do something else already. Do not stay in your industry. You will suffer.